My people, hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful Sunday. Well, it's beautiful where I'm at anyway. It might be shit weather where you're at. As usual, the like button, mash it. It's right down there. Please, if you don't mind. It will not affect you in any way, but it will get you entered automatically to win yourself my friend here, Toast. That's his name, Toast. And then sometimes he's mad. But if you want to win yourself one of those, make sure you hit that like button. As usual, make sure you subscribe. Go check out DNKKnives.com. They are who is sending me the knives featured in this video, and it is very much appreciated. Also, there will be a link in the description for DNK Knives, and there's also a coupon code. If you buy a knife there, you use this code, Behind the Edge 10, to get yourself 10% off of your order. Very nice people, very good people. I don't make anything off of it. It's not an affiliate link. He's just helping us out and sending me knives for content, and it is very, very much appreciated. If you would like to support the channel in any way, there'll be a link for Patreon in the description. I do excellent giveaways for Patreon exclusive. And the cheapest tier is $3 and it goes up to 10. So if you're interested in that, that'll be a thing in the description. These knives that I have here are not what we're going to be talking about today. I have them laid out because they are going to be part of the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to give away multiple knives. These are just 4 of those knives that I will be giving away. I will be doing a giveaway on Patreon and right here on the channel itself. This is a Bestech titanium frame lock with beautiful carbon fiber. That will be one of them. This is the Kershaw NORAD. This is a great knife too. This one's roughly $100. This one is about 75 bucks. There will be a Spyderco that will be given away, and that's going to be a surprise. And if you've been around the knife community long enough, you know what this is. It's a Boker Kalashnikov. I hope I said that right. Sheep's Foot Auto. Great knife for the money. That will also be given away as well. So, and there will be other knives involved, and there will be a something a little more spectacular for Patreon. All right, now that we got that out of the way, today we're going to talk about 3 EDC knives that before I received them, I'd never seen or handled or really seen anybody else talk about them at all. So I think they're cool. You'll see here in just a second. First on the list, the Alliance Designs Deimos. I hope I'm saying that right. Deimos. Anyway, this is a Walter Randolph design, and Walter Randolph is an absolute legend in the knife industry. He has been around since folding pocket knives were a thing, as far as I know. His designs are amazing, and they are very, very noticeable. This one is a 3.25 inch M390 blade with some of the smoothest, most ridiculous action you've ever seen. Very glassy. Look at that. It's hard to do under camera, but oh, it's nice. It is flipper only. It's the only thing I really don't care for about it, but and it's kind of plain, but it's beautifully plain. I don't know any other way to, delightfully plain. There's not a lot going on here. You do have copper pivot collars, and that's about it. Everything else is just your standard titanium frame lock. You do have some polished hardware that looks pretty good. This pivot looks pretty good. Nothing crazy fancy going on here, but it is working in a way that I like. Great ergos, slight recurve here, but it's not deep enough to really be a big deal. High flat grind. The grind is quite good. You can sharpen all the way here without worrying about getting a smile. Came very sharp. good stock thickness, nice robust tip, but quite thin behind the edge. So excellent slicing capability. I quite like this knife, quite a lot actually. If it was not just flipper, I would absolutely own one. But that's what it is. Anyway, that is the Alliance Designs Deimos. It is Chinese made, but it's so incredibly good and feels so much better than the typical Chinese made. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's just really, really good. So if you're looking at, and it's I forgot to get the price, guys. I think it's less than 300. And then also, if you get it on DNK, they have different versions of this also with the carbon fiber and good stuff like that. You would get 10% off if you ordered it from DNK, but there's tons of options with this knife. All right, next. Bastinelli Designs. This is called the red folder. There's nothing red about it. I'm not sure why they call it the red folder, but that is what it's called. This is the M390 version. They are also available in D2, but the M390 version does not cost any more than the D2. Don't understand that, but that's what it is. It's titanium frame lock made by Lion Steel. Inside there, you can't really see it, but inside on the back of that back spacer, it says Lion Steel, Italy, M390. And as of late, M390 coming out of Italy has been much, much better than it has been in the previous years. There was a big fiasco with them making their M390 a little soft. And from what I hear and read, that has been addressed and fixed. So do what you want with that information. It is a titanium frame lock on bearings. There is no lock bar insert, but in this case, I don't think it's a big deal. There's many points of contact in there for this lock. As you can see how this wraps around the pivot there. There's a point of contact up top here, and then one down there, which gives it an exceptional lockup. The detent is absolutely perfect. I just messed that up. That was on me. I believe the pocket clip is reversible because it's been milled out here a little bit. So that's cool. It does have a glass breaker for anybody needing to smash some glass. I don't know why they put those on knives, but it's a thing. It's there. You have a tall flat grind that goes down to a relatively thin cutting edge. It's not super thin, but it is ground well. Very deep pocket clip, which is excellent. It is all the way, when I say very deep. And the way it's canted a little bit helps it to ride in your pocket and not be in the damn way. Ergos are great, but they're kind of forced. You're kind of forced into a position here, but that position is quite good. That's really all I got. Oh, IKBS bearing system, so which gives it amazing action, but if you take this apart, if you're not careful, your bearings will go all over the place because they're not caged. Again, this is the Bastinelli red folder made by Lion Steel. Excellent little knife that you just don't see much or at all. All right, last but not least, we have a USA made. It's kind of a custom, but not 100%. So that would put it in like the mid-tech, what you would call a mid-tech. I don't really like using that terminology, but let's say it's machine made with lots of hand elements in the US of A. I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit so you guys can see this gorgeous piece. This is the D-Rocket Designs Fukushu Revenge. I hope I'm saying that right. I probably am not. M390 2.8 inch blade, front flipper, which kind of blows, but it does have the slow roll capability. I cannot thumb flick that. Some people might be able to, but it slow rolls just fine. It is on bearings, and it is a liner lock. The front flipper works quite good. Sorry, I'm under this camera. It's really hard for me to do, but there you go. It works, and I'm terrible at front flipping anyway. So on this blade, it has lots of laser etching there in the Rising Sun theme, Japanese theme, and it also has it on the titanium itself, which in my opinion, it's so detailed. It looks so good. I think it's cool. You have a excellent deep carry pocket clip that's unobtrusive. It is also titanium. Frame is titanium and the lock is titanium. Beautiful detail. The best part about this knife is this hollow grind. I cannot stress this enough how amazing this hollow grind is. It is absolutely paper thin at the edge, and I wish I had my calipers. I'm going to guess and say it's 1/8 thou behind the edge. It is crazy thin, and the blade stock is not that thin. But this hollow grind is probably, I'm going to say, the best hollow grind I've seen out of a folding knife ever. That's saying a lot. That hollow grind is ridiculous. Few things I don't care for on this knife is the lock. I don't like the position of it. You kind of have to use your index finger unless you have tiny thumbs, but like it's really hard to get it. Oh, I got it that time, but it's hard to disengage with your thumb. You almost need two hands. It is on bearings, so if you can somehow, there you go. Yeah, you see, that's just not, that's irritating. The ergos are okay, but not really comfortable for somebody with big hands like me. And it's crazy expensive. This particular one is $800. That's a lot of money for such a tiny knife. I know there's a lot of detail here. Like a plain version of this is much cheaper, but $800 is a lot. This would probably be a showpiece for somebody. I do like it. Very minimal hardware. You only got one frame screw back here. This screw here is just holding in the liner, and then you have your pivot, and that's it. But it has this, you know, sandwich style build. Anyway, love the knife. Never seen one before. I've seen them just for sale, and I just like, man, I had to check this out. It's awesome. Deployment is great. Action is kind of hampered by the lock. Beautiful detail, and the best short hollow grind I've ever seen, hands down. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you want to get in on the giveaway. We're giving away a crap ton of stuff. I've got t-shirts, I've got stickers, I've got patches, and I've got knives. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you check out DNK Knives, and make sure you come back and watch. See you tomorrow.